Feeling very American hillbilly, emotional Indian, Buddha, vivacious this morning. Alright, so the news is very good today. 18 enero 2022. I'm William. I'm here to help. I'm kind of a coach. The news is really good. Sam had a channeling. Sam the Illusionist had a channeling, and a lot of things were discussed, to include the reptilian royals and how we should sustain ourselves at fourth density. But speaking of that, I want to personally thank our Creator and the Council of Planets because I am slightly concerned about the state of our human collective, and they're not. So that makes me feel really good, because we still have Fred and Barney around here in bowling leagues, bowling, and all they want to do is bowl. And please understand that this is directly tied to the message I'm about to tell you guys, because I'm very happy about it for all my fellows and myself, because I love everybody so much. So I'm going to be able to present this in a way that ties in a few previous illustrations if you've watched other videos, but I think that you'll find the overall context of this to be very, for those of you who are already lit, as the word is, knowing that we're going someplace special, can't put your finger on it, it's pretty good. Okay, this information is going to be reassuring for you, and you know, pushing along with the wind. I'm trying to reach out to Fred and Wilma here, guys that kind of laugh at me, guys that are on the fence about anything and can't wait to get back to the normal season. So that's the essential differentiation that we face, and I'm going to be able to hopefully just amplify it and illuminate it enough so that when the day comes, which is 31 January, key date, just for vibing up, if you're still mowing your lawn and you hear me and it's just not making any sense, it's too weird, it's too, I don't care, maybe Trump's coming somewhere, 31 January, just be open, turn off your lawnmower and say, okay, give it to me, that of that nature. So let me get to my stuff here. Alright, so I'm back on an earlier slide that I put together about this was more of a negative side of what's coming in the near term, but the thing I'd like to focus in on here to discuss it from a updated perspective is that you've got this break that's occurring with the people that want to get back in a traffic jam, and they want to just be that version of normal. Hey, putting on the TV and changing the channels is good enough for me to figure out what's going on. I'm out there and we'll see what it is. The other folks are going, whoa, we're going up and we know it. And so therefore we're different from them because we're not going back to normal. I've talked about all these things before and what it means, where we're going, because Yeshua did what he did and showed us the way, and it's love. So you see, this is where we're going, pure love-based music going up. And then there's this differentiation that's happening that's fear-based. It's the third density pullback of normal stuff. So I'm gonna pause this and see what's going on with the phone. Alright, I'm back on track. That was nothing. So I was explaining about this differentiation, and that we're heading up to eternal, millions of years in this body vessel, unity consciousness. That's the separation that's happening. It's very significant. It's first of its kind. I'm going to speak to it right now based upon these channeling results. So here's our date. I just want to focus in on this. I carved out all this previous stuff so we could walk down this way, okay? So follow me. Shift in consciousness, 31 January. Okay, it's been approved now by the Council of Planets. They are as high as it gets in the, let's call it the practical near real-time version of the Seraphim, where this is kind of fifth density and below management, because at 6D it's game over and there's no need to worry about anything. So this is decision-making country here regarding what's happening next. This is real stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So please understand where we're at. Appreciate this. Turn off your television and listen to this. That's why I'm here. This is the quote now. First of its kind, social memory complex. Okay? So these are my words, but I know them to be true. This is all about the truth within, that our Creator wants us to come home to her. She doesn't want the time wasted. They don't want the time wasted. They want it to work. I, William, am looking around at my friends in the bowling leagues, quote unquote, and I'm going, come on, let's get out of bedrock, in the hopes that, come on, how can you not know what's going on? I've been given enough to know, and I'm no saint, for crying out loud. I've just been given a lot of this information, and I'm hoping that my friends, people with ears and eyes, can say, what is he talking about? I'm open to this, as opposed to this, more of that. You got to make the turn here, people. You got to spin it positive. We're going to get help from the cosmos again. 31 January is a set date. Boom. More guys are going to get hit with a, what? Oh, wow, I feel good. Whether I just thought about the right thing and I got hit with it. It was their time. It's all calculated for me, so that I can go, oh, thank you, it's better for me now. Not to be greedy, I want ketchup from my mustards. So I want to further define what is the discernment that's happening between us. You know, these guys are not unity oriented, they're fear based out. But what's going to occur is, you know, our Creator through the Council of Planets is putting out the, hey, you guys are getting your code now, because everybody's got to be given a chance, all right? So these people will have a revelation of, hey, hello, you know, Trump came down the stairs on The Simpsons, weird. You know, things were embedded in Back to the Future. Weird. Okay, but that's Trump weird. You know, the testing was weird. So we got to watch that. Keep watching me. You know, we'll look at the way he shakes his hands at that fake media, pointing them down with the anger that I'll talk to. But let's focus on the good stuff right now. Just to differentiate our teams here in words that hopefully make sense. So our Creator, the one in charge of everything, in the beginning, the original one that is protected now because to his life, and it's in you. So the differentiation, quite simply, because we are in the window, guys. How can I say it any more clearly? This is the first of its kind human putting us together to do what I'm going to speak to in a reviewing kind of way. But on the 31st, kind of the breakout decision is 2 timelines that will run simultaneously, because the realities will unfold differently for these 2 people. Person A on timeline A, he's back to the run, dodge, and jump of the real world and the rules that must be complied with, whether you like it or not. to get through your day. You're forced to be running here. And at that point, you're the passenger. Your eyes open outside observing TV reality. And this is normal. Understand now, this is CNN normal. You're the guy in the lounge at the airport catching up for 2 minutes before you run to your plane. It's that level of normal. You're sitting there having a drink talking about politics with the person you met at the airport. You're gone. They got you. Okay? The confusion is preferred. Okay? Third density is us banging into each other with rules that we think are right, and there's pretend freedom, and we're just, if you're not awake yet, you kind of see it, what I'm saying, the words that I'm saying, all these things that are breaking apart in front of us. Who's the president? What did they really do? Who's in charge of what? Who did 9/11? What did they do in Haiti? Oh, come on, Bill. That can't happen. That can't happen in this world. Those things can't happen. They got you where they want you, with the script on the TV and the oaths of office that they take in the storyboard town that they'll try and keep stood up long enough that you get demolished with it, because it's just going down. It's a cataclysm of you, fear-based, gone. This is timeline A. And the guys on timeline B will, look, they're above, they're guarded, so they're aware. They know that Barney's going to run in and flip out and shoot somebody or whatever is intended on steroids, 5G, ripping apart with monsters and horror show. We'll be here. And these folks, they pull the plug on it. They have their smartphone, but they're smart. They're smarter than their phone. They're using it to say hi to their family, hoping that the internet stays up. Ha 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 ha. But they're inside. Their world is more about nature, being natural. There's no TV. Now you're learning. You're meditating. What? The universe is inside me? I'm the driver of my eyes closed discovery of who I am. That is a different manifested reality than this poverty-stricken person. Because this person, you the viewer, is in touch with the one you've always prayed to, that you've known has been out there, that has finally come to wake you up and leave you in this uniform that you wear, guarded, to participate in a never-before social memory collective complex, which I'm going to describe for you here in another minute if I can make sure that I've covered everything. There's more that I wish to say here. Again, you're the driver of this of you now. Your concern about what's unfolding outside is the business of source, and you're deferring to that. You know what you'd like to see. You can project forward to that space, and it will manifest as you wish, in love for everybody, your wildest dreams. So here's normal. He's going this way. He just needs to go down and be beat down and fear down, and the love is absent from the mix. It's a fleeting, forget about it, as opposed to abnormal, AB, abwun, from a creator. Okay, Gnostic. We're Gnostic people. Let's peel back the onion to see who we are. You've got a pineal gland. You're constructed from chakra. And when you learn about yourself watching proper people and finding out that you don't need to be doing certain things because you're going to live forever, that's very good news, and it's very easy to comply with, because you've had your Twinkies. The age of Pisces and Twinkies is closing, and it's going to be refined to a little cube of Twinkie that will be sprinkled in a proper place. and the atomine particles are coming, and they're in us already. They're being woken up. We're in it, guys. We got the t-shirt. This is Joyous Noise here from a man who hopes that you hear it. So let's see, the good order from here is, let's describe fourth density, where we're going. What does that mean? If you haven't seen other videos, I'm going to do this really fast. It's from an older topic when the comet was coming. But I drew out a human body, that's you, and this is like the transition to fourth density. You know, third density you could see in older slides about, you know, your red chakra, and then your orange, that's the emotions that are going down. And then your yellow one, and then your heart. So the heart's the trigger. You speak through your throat. Oh, I have a pineal gland, and heaven is a blast off. There's a lot of other information that can be discussed about the human body, but I want to keep it to where we're going so you understand who you are. So the aspiration to fourth density is, hey, you woke up and it's the same day. But because you are suddenly aware of all this, now you could say, oh, when I close my eyes, here's what's happening. I have Tesla managed energy centers, and do I feel comfortable about this earth? Am I terrorized about what's going on? No, I'm not. I can't be, because I'm an extension of the Creator. So how can I be terrorized? You get to a point where, look, you can't be, because why should you be? You talk yourself off the ledge once and for all. It's like, hey, take it or leave it. I mean, this is the liftoff. But it comes with guidance. Stop watching TV, or if you do watch it, see the lie, because lips are moving. You know, Bush said it. Read my lips. I mean, it's on TV. So it's that level of discernment. It's probably what you think it is if it's a twisted piece of madness. But don't watch it, because that's not, the fact that you're observing it means you're not doing this inside you. The Garden of Eden is in here. All your wildest dream and authentic bilocation are coming. Okay, so the transition for us as a social memory complex is moving to 4.1. This is the equivalent of the red chakra. At 4.1, you've moved up to your heart. That's your liftoff point. That's your gifted. When they put this together, our Creator said, look, you better put this in the middle. I'm going to give you guys some guidance here getting out the door, because that's how I made it. I love the fact that you all are listening to me. How about that for a Creator that is not kidding itself about who's listening to it, because some of us aren't. Watch them. So listen to me right now, because this was built in. The love that you feel in the love that you feel as a feeling, ladies and gentlemen, that it's built into the flat tire that you pull over for the guy and wish happy birthday to your child and say, I have a child. How'd that happen? Because it's life. Fourth density, we're not going anywhere. Death is a lie, and we're just going to be completing that. So that's 90 years out. I'm trying to tell you that I'm very happy about 31 January. And this is 4.1. 4.2 is a literal expansion of your chest to 4.3. And then in 4.4, you're at telepathy and just meditating to the things that you see in your imagination get reverberated back. And, oh, okay, that's what it looks like. And you and other people are agreeing to that because they're explaining it to you. And you and them see the same thing, because that's divine math happening, because our Creator is saying, yes, look at those third density bowlers who used to laugh at the people reading crystal balls, and now they have a crystal ball themselves, and they're able to ascertain with others where we're going. And the word is quantum. You got to go there, because we're quantum beings, and our Creator is such image and likeness. Look at it. Thank you, Creator. Whoop! Kundalini that space shot out, and do what you want in a dual body 4.5. Now you are a social memory complex just by virtue of getting there in love, knowing that you can then push it out as a unit someplace else. And all I'm referring to on 31 January is continued assembly of us as a unit, one race. Don't see any color here. We're all invisible, feelers, that we're given skin and pigmentation for our ride, Captain. So you have the maturity to be a captain, a knight, just wise enough that your kingship is shared amongst your fellows, because that's what he did for us. That's why we're going where we're going, because he listened. Yeshua ben Joseph, near real-time storyboard executor of lore, of eternal life that you're looking at. So thank him. You thank our Creator, and you thank him, because this is where we're going. These are all good words. So, to transition to the last piece of this, from a body management recapitulation of where we're going, just to focus on the burn down, all these words. Take the pictures, write them down yourself. This is what I would encourage you to do. If you really want to go and go lift off, start with writing these down and self-discern, because where we're going, I added in my old Catholic 7 deadly sins, and I'm going to tell you what, be careful about them, but they're mostly true. I'm going to go sloth and say, there's two sides to that coin. Taking a yawn and wait until our Creator does what they need to do is not so bad. So it's a balance. You enjoy your sleep. You slow down, but if you're the guy at work that's just trying to screw his boss over because he hates him, then that's wrong. That's a wrong laziness of, hey, it's me needing to go feed chickens and going, I'm going to meditate. That's deliberation. I don't feel too bad. They're still alive, but, you got to get that little hop, skip, and a jump, tally-ho in your step if you're living. And I got to work on this one. I will admit, it causes disorganization of magnitudes of lines of march that, are there, but it's an issue. So I correlated these two, kind of the chakra, because gluttony, they called it out. Pope Gregory, that fat toad, gluttony, sitting down and losing out on food. Not only that, we're talking about, I'm going to live forever, so let me discuss this with ascended masters and realize that if I love so much during the day, I don't really feel hungry. And when I do feel hungry, man, it's going from subconscious to conscious, because when you get to where you are, I'm just going from my experience, when you're loving all day long and then you get that taste of food, it's the piece of toast with the butter on it, and you went, holy good God, what king of England created this for me to eat? Do 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 do. Billy, come on, it's peanut butter with a little butter on it. I know, but oh dear Lord, I'm going to salvage it, savor it until tomorrow. All right, that's a little bit of an overstatement, but it's certainly the opposite of gluttony, where, hey, the M&Ms the peanut M&Ms will start going and tasting good. You better be thinking about it. And the mere fact that you're thinking about it and having fun with it, knowing, look, if you don't peel the aluminum foil off the candy wrapper and you eat the aluminum, that's not the forever construction we got going on here of crystalline grid. Aluminum isn't built into that product, so I'm just saying, it's that level of humor, and get over some of these lower chakra problems, okay? It's the down here, Herman. You married her because her name was Penny, huh? You're greedy. No, wait, that's... Rambo, not now. Not now, come on. Okay, this is lust. This is Fanny. You married her because her name was Fanny. The alcoholic. Married her because her name was... whatever. Brandy. Couldn't get enough of the booze, vacated your senses, and then beat her. and then, you know, did whatever you did, just as a part of not doing it anymore. All right, I'm sorry I got distracted again, but I'm continuing. I was talking about the 7 deadly sins, and I was aligning with the lower chakra. You know, the issue of lust and being debased. You know, the happy hour. Hey, let's liaison, out of control, one way or the other. It's going to destroy you. You're not going to be here forever. That function will still be here for reproduction, like we were taught as children, and we should have just been refined and to understand it, and we were allowed to experience what it takes to bust out of it and then come back. So now you're supposed to come back and say, okay, I understand the role of that organ in reproduction, and you're still allowed to use it and keep it under control. You know, the gluttony, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to live forever, so diets are going to be refined to no more meat. You got to discern way down about consciousness. This is awareness of consciousness. Consciousness, we're going through a consciousness shift. That's what's occurring. That means, consciousness, and a cow is conscious. So discontinue that function. Put McDonald's out of business and make plant-based, non-GMO products for us to eat. That's the way we drive industry going down the road as participants in this division. These people are going to continue to want their Angus beef and have no problem with it. And how can you possibly, what are we going to fight a war over that? They just need the permission to do it, and because it's free will. We get refined about what we eat, okay, on this side of the choice that we're making. Natural foods. The closer to your yard, the better, in terms of self-sustaining, sharing with others, bottom up. You're the driver of the show here. You know, it's a new world, bottom up, where you're a player. You're a player, you're an active participant, sharing with your neighbor. You're going to be healed of all your problems, and you're going to live forever. And 31 January is when that is coming. So, that's a date. That's a date, and it's a transformative date about where we're going. We've got 1,000 years of heartfelt love, and then chest-based, we're just going fourth density for Earth is 35 million, and that's rounding first base. So it's eternal, people. It's so far out there that it's beyond amazing. And in order to sustain it, you know, we're going to get good at it, first of its kind, and we'll sustain it. But we have to be thankful, and we have to beat all these things out of us. When you wake up, if you're due to wake up and it's all real, start focusing on what it takes to move out and what the verbs are that need to be burned down, so you're left as a non-egoic human that loves other people. You're not jealous. You let it flow. You let it flow to others, and you defer the transmutation that happens when you make this choice, getting rid of all this. The others are going to block this love opportunity that they're being given. I can't imagine it, but they do. And so you have to have compassion for them. That's why this word is built in here. Reincarnation means born again, and it's coming to an end. We've paid our price, and I say we. Yeshua led the way. He showed us. But you've lived many lives, and you have been beaten up yourself. So you're a t-shirt wearing human being that says, I'm in Social Memory Collective Class of 22, and we're going to eternity. And the good news is, the best part of the story is that it's all true. Would I be laughing if it wasn't true? And I am not deceived. I'm not deceived. I tightened my shot group up and I followed truth. 9/11 kicked me off. I saw the Back to the Future home videos, or the trilogy where they embedded 9/11. Just enough for me to go, I'm seeking who did that? What third eye blind was running that rig? And it's a big time warp, man. They time warp. They looking glass it. Throw it out as far as they can throw it. Near term, so that you go, Now, to me, by them doing it, I don't know, that woke me up. So who was responsible for making sure that that was in there? So that's catalyst information for a catalyst. When you run down that 9/11 Kundalini and then you say, he was born 9/11? Okay, it's 2021. So that's where we are, and it's good. So have a great day. I may be on with other stuff.